Now, if you watch the series in question and then look at the scriptures or have followed closely, you should see what we're talking about. And it's much deeper than this. We could talk about it in many other ways and follow it down to other scriptures that will show us the exact same thing over and over. But I've already done it all. So it's in the previous video history. What I want to show you now is that I'm going to show you the true depth of what these passages are trying to say here that many people just don't understand. But when I show you, it will be clear as day. It will be clear as day. So we know the pale horse is this coming judge, the death, and then hell followed. So that fits exactly with what we understand. The locusts come first, okay? And then we have the beast out of the earth. And that's the one that's Apollyon, the abyss, okay? And then we know that the locusts have the power to bring death. That's them. And this is where it describes them having that power. Now, when it says power was given to them over the fourth part of the earth, you know what that means, don't you? The four dimensions. Exactly right. The material realm. As I've told you, once they come through the waterline, spiritual kingdom comes towards this direction. The material kingdom is in this direction. This is the abyss. You are the 5D. You're the equational seal. You're holding up this seal itself, and it's the water line separating the waters from below from the waters above. Okay? And then this is what they need to vibrate, okay, so that they can get through. They need to distort you. And then this is where we see the distortion that begins to take place on the egg, which is now representing not just water, but it's representing frequency, vibration distortion up against these portions here. That's going to cause this egg to crack. So you see that there's a scientific process going on here. So that's what they're in control of. They're in control of 1, 2, 3, 4. They're in control of 4. You still have free will, so they're not in control of this portion here, but that's the objective. But they have to distort this to get here. But once they're in here, the Bible is still clarifying that they only have control over the fourth part, over the material part, not spiritual. Jesus Christ has given you spiritual freedom. And that's exactly the depth of what you're about to see. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword. So you know, if they're going to be killing with the sword, it's not an actual sword. We got to be in reference to the same thing that's an imitation of what Jesus Christ's word is. So if his word is representing a sword, and that's how he's going to come back, the two-edged sword, and smite them, what we see now in the reference to the power coming from their mouth is now being a mirror of the very same sword symbol being used to symbolize their word. So they're going to be killing with their word, the sword. Now with hunger, that's going to be to deprive you of the spiritual sustenance of the truth of Jesus Christ. Our souls are hungering for the truth of Jesus Christ, and they come to kill with the sword, which is going to cause us to go into a spiritual hunger, a spiritual winter. And then, of course, and with the death that will follow from the spiritual hunger, from the limiting of the truth of Jesus Christ as they try to destroy it in the avenues of the world, wherever it's held up, in the educational system. Of course, it's already been done there. You already see it, but they're going to try to do it now in the people, in the minds and the hearts of the people by distorting this point right here, friends. We'll talk about this. If you want to understand that, you need to go to the 5D series. There's hours and hours left in that. I just haven't given you. So now it says that, and with the beast of the earth, Zechariah 11:17. I told you Zechariah 11:17, those are the false shepherds, those are the idols, those are the ones that cover their right eye, exposing only their left eye. And at the same time, I told you that's symbolic for the Antichrist too. So these are the beasts of the earth. These are the many antichrists, the many beasts of the earth that they're going to kill with, that they have conspired with to create this whole plan to bring about their coming over these many thousands of years. So now do you see the immensity of what you see here? So they're going to be killing a third of the men. They're going to have the power to do that over the fourth part of the earth, over the four dimensions they've come through. That's exactly right. The seal has been broken. I'll be back.